What is up, everybody? Eddie Soundhead back once again in NASCAR Heat 2 2018 Championship mode for the final time as we are underway here at Homestead Miami Speedway for the championship race of our 2018 season. As we are starting in the back here, we started 24th, didn't qualify great, not using the setup, but managed to get to 24th, and I figured we'd start there. So we got to claw our way up to the front. And it should be pretty entertaining and give us a pretty good challenge here as we cut to that inside, which is where we tend to make up most of our ground. So we're going to have to do that a lot throughout the day. But we are here fighting out for the championship. We have made it to the round of 4. We are eligible to win the championship today if we win the race or if we finish higher than the other 3 individuals who are also fighting for the championship, whom are Kevin Harvick, Jimmie Johnson, and Martin Truex Jr. And I would assume they're probably up here closer to the front than we are, as we are already in the top 15 as we make a 3-wide move to the bottom of Jay McMurray. And we've already found our first championship competitor right here, Kevin Harvick, a lot deeper than I would have expected him to be. He's back here in 12th, and we're going to make by him pretty easily there. So wouldn't be surprised to see him up towards the front at the end of this race. Might have to fight him off a little bit later, but right now starting a little bit deeper than he probably wants to. We started pretty deep too, but we're already making some good ground as we crack the top 10. So looks like Jimmie Johnson's actually leading this race right now. Of course, one of our championship competitors, and it looks like Truex is just in front of Kurt Busch here. So we definitely want to get a move on in this first stage to try and set ourselves up to get a good restart, because it seems like the restarts are a really good way to make up a lot of ground as I get into the wall there on the outside of Kurt Busch. He's going to get back in front of us here. Ryan Newman's going to look at our inside, but shouldn't have to worry about him as we continue down the backstretch into turn 3. And yeah, it looks like Brad Keselowski's making a move to the inside of Jimmy up there. It would be nice if they could get past for the lead. I'd feel a lot more confident if I had to get past them in, 4th or 3rd or, 2nd even. But if they're in the win scenario, it makes things a little bit more intense. So, not too worried about it this early on. Obviously in the race, it's only stage 1. As I slap the wall coming out of turn 2, I want to try and minimize those kind of mistakes today. And Newman got a great run, but had nowhere to go with it. But, yeah, man, I got a little bit of butterflies. Like, we shouldn't have too much of a problem winning this race today and winning the championship, but it's that nervousness is still there. You don't want to make a mistake, and I really want to send this game off with a bang, because this is the final race of NASCAR Heat 2, and it's a little nerve-wracking when you say it like that. So we want to have a good showing here and have a nice happy ending to this game, and not that kind of happy ending, but you know what I mean. So, up into 7th here. Looks like we might top out here if we can't catch up to the rest of these guys by the end of the stage. Fuel shouldn't be too much of a factor today. It looks like we'll have more than enough to make it to the end with just the stage cautions. So, not going to worry about that too much. Got a little bit high there on the exit. Don't want to do that. I'd like to stay right in these guys' draft, try to make up some ground on Larson here. And Jimmy and Truex Jr. are right next to each other here. The championship contenders are fighting it out right now for the championship lead. And, yeah, we want to get up to them and make that a little bit more interesting than it is at the moment. It looks like Truex managed to get in front of Jimmy. Kyle Busch is looking at Jimmy's inside as well, and Larson's following right behind him. The Kyle and Kyle show. Gonna make ourselves try to get a little bit of draft off of Jimmy. Try to get there before we get to the inside of Larson here in the turns 3 and 4 exit right here. We do get to the inside there, almost slid up into him. So we'll get by Jimmie Johnson here going into turn 2 if we can execute this correctly, and we do. Running that low side seems to be the best way to make up all this ground we've had to make up. So hopefully we don't have to do that too many more times today, and we can just stay up at the front now that we've gotten here. And I'll look at Truex's inside. It is the final set of corners here in stage 1. Can I get to him? Give him a little tap, a little shove, but it's not going to be enough. It doesn't look like he'll get off the corner better than we do, and we'll come home 4th in stage 1, 2nd in the championship standings right now. So not a bad start. Alrighty, back up, and as you can see, we've been shuffled to the back. Pretty much everybody that was at the front pitted, and we got shuffled back. So a lot of cars still haven't pitted yet, which means that if we can get by these guys and kind of keep them behind us as we make that necessary move at the bottom there, and we'll pass those guys, and we can take in the championship lead with that move right there. Now we want to try and put as many cars between us and them as possible. So let's do that, because all these cars that we're looking at right now have to pit some point in this race. So the more gap we put between us and them, the better. 3 wide down the front straightaway here. Almost 4 wide there for just a second. Moving in that middle lane, got a little bit of contact with Chris Buescher there. Sorry, Buescher. One of the most underrated drivers, Chris Buescher right there. That guy, if he had good equipment, I think he'd really be doing something. Oh, and I get into the back of Ricky Stenhouse, and he's going to hit the wall. Backed it into it. And that is going to bring out the caution. All right, so unfortunately, kind of shot ourselves in the foot there just a little bit. Wanted to try and put some gap between us and let those cars pit naturally, but it is what it is. Now we start at the front because everybody else pitted now. And we get to the lead there. Brad Keselowski had a great run, but nowhere to go with it. Jimmy Johnson has a fantastic run, but we're going to come up and block him as well. And we are going to take the lead here for the end of stage 2 with just a handful of laps to go. Back down the straightaway here. Brad gets another good run, but not enough to get to one of my sides here. So it looks like we will take the lead. All we have to do is hang on to it. We can get ourselves a stage win. Not that it really matters, but anything helps. All right, into the final corners of stage 2 here. Didn't manage to put a whole lot of lead on these guys, even though I had a couple of laps of clean air there. Only 7/10 on Kyle Busch, but we get ourselves a stage win. All right. The final stage has begun, and I think I screwed up big time. I pitted as well, did the rest of the front runners. I took 4 tires, 2 cans of fuel, and I guess everybody else must have taken a lot less. Maybe 2 tires or less fuel, but I wanted to be sure we could make it to the end. We were probably, we were pretty safe on fuel, but the tires were a little concerning, so I decided to pit. I figured we came up through the field so well the first restart, or the first initial start of the race, that I didn't think it would be too much of a problem, but being mired back in traffic this late in the race is a little bit, nerve-wracking, so it's going to be interesting to see. We're making a pretty decent ways up here right now as we crack the top 15. Underneath McMurray here. It looks like our championship competitors are still at the front. And Kyle Busch is leading this race, but it looks like Truex is up there in about 4th. And Jimmy's on his outside for 5th, so as we crack the top 10, I'm getting a little bit more confident. So not too worried about it now, because we've made it a pretty good ways through the field already. Alright, so that was a bit of a tense moment there. I didn't know how that restart was going to go. You hate to get stuck back there. So, yeah, good to make some progress up through the field and catch up to this front pack is really important to us as we get underneath Larson here. Get into the draft of Chase Elliott. And Jimmy Johnson's up here in 6th on his outside. We'll make that ever important move to the bottom. There's Harvick. I knew he'd get up to the front at some point. And Truex is going for the lead again as I get a little bit of a tap from Chase Elliott there, and another one down the back straightaway. And Jimmy moves to his outside, and Larson gives me a shot as well, guys. Hey guys, I'm running for a championship here. If you could not run into me, that would be great. And the caution comes out. I wonder what that's for. Alrighty. So, restart in 8th, 6 laps to go. And I believe we're like in 4th in the championship standings right now. We are dead last. So we need to pass some cars. I gotta take it 4 wide. I don't want to take it 4 wide, and in fact, I'm gonna back out of that because that's a stupid idea this late in the race. So we're not gonna go 4 wide, and Eric, don't, oh my God, I almost got pinballed. That would have been just my luck to crash this late in a race. Oh, Jesus, Joey, what are you doing? Please don't start a wreck in front of me. Really don't need that. With 5 laps to go, I need to get a move on badly here. It's badly needed. We're gonna move up here. All right, top 5 has been achieved, but we are still behind 2 of our championship competitors. And they're running 1-2 right now. Late in this race, we're gonna have to make a big move to the inside. Harvick goes up the track. We kind of make a little slide job move on him and get in that draft of Truex Jr. with 4 laps to go. I feel a lot more confident with this being a one-on-one scenario now. I can try and hunt him down, but man, it's getting late in this race. So we're making big gains on him in turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch, got to stay in his draft, get a good run into turn 3, hit that low side here. Gonna run up, see if I can get underneath him. Gonna touch him a little bit. We're gonna have a championship drag race down the front stretch here with 3 laps to go. We take the lead by a nose going into turn 1. He's gonna try and fight back on the outside. I'm not gonna let him do it though. He files in behind us. Down the backstretch, still right there behind us. 2.5 laps to go. He's gonna look low, but I'm not gonna let him have it. We come down. He gets a little bit ways back. We have cleared pretty well. We've got about 3 car lengths with 2 laps to go. We just gotta hold on for 2 laps. My hands are getting sweaty. This is a little bit tense. Through 1 and 2. Looks like we're putting a decent gap on him. It's not huge though. He's right there. If we make a mistake, we gotta have a nice set of clean laps here. Through turns 3 and 4, back onto the front stretch. And we're gonna hit the white flag right now for the final lap of NASCAR Heat 2. Into turns 1 and 2. Dive it down low. They're back there still. Close, but not close enough as I scrape the wall on the exit of the corner. Cannot have any mistakes like that. 3 and 4 for the final time. And we can breathe easy. They're not gonna get to us. And for the final time in NASCAR Heat 2, we cross the line, win the race, and win the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Championship for the 2nd consecutive year. Oh, what a relief it is, man. We did it. We did it again. It's all over. Here are the race results. Of course, we win. Truex finished right behind us in 2nd, making it a must-win scenario. And everybody else just falls in line. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. We'll look at our playoff standings. Of course, we finished first, Truex 2nd, Jimmy Johnson 3rd, and Harvick bringing up the rear of the final 4. And that means we will collect another championship. That is our 2nd Cup Series championship. That is 4 titles in total, along with our truck and Xfinity championships. I'd call that a pretty successful career in NASCAR Heat 2. Had a great time, man. But now, oh boy. Now we gotta leave the track for the final time in NASCAR Heat 2. And that'll do it. Homestead Miami in the books, finished the season in first with the championship. 21 wins out of 36 races. That is complete domination by us. So here's the playoff standings. Blaney, Newman, Wallace Jr., and Suarez all went out in the round of 16. Larson, Logano, Keselowski, and Boyer met the axe in the round of 12. Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Chase Elliott were all eliminated in the round of 8 that we swept. And of course, Truex, Johnson, and Kevin Harvick all lost the championship to me at Homestead. Here's the regular point standings in case your favorite driver maybe didn't make it into the playoffs. You can see where they wound up at the end of the season here. Nothing too out of the ordinary. And of course, the only spot that matters here is the #1 position that we found ourselves in once again. So I guess that kind of marks the ending for NASCAR Heat 2, man. It's kind of emotional if I'm honest, but we have one more special video left exactly 1 week from today on Wednesday. You're not going to want to miss that one. That's a pretty important one, at least it is to me, so you're going to want to check that one out. But that'll do it. We'll go ahead and finish up our season here. And that'll mark the end of NASCAR Heat 2 on this channel. Man, what a year. It flew by, man. Flew by. But thank you as always for watching. I hope you all enjoyed last year. And I'll see you all in NASCAR Heat 3.